if you say something about selling, and I am not a selling expert. So I looked around and say, okay, what can I ask people to start selling now, since I am not a selling and marketing expert? And I thought to myself, what about selling their personal brand? Because a lot of times we believe that people who are concerned about personal branding are people who are online, people who are doing social media, people who are inspirational speaker, motivational speaker. We don't really care about personal brand because we believe that that is not our, that's not my thing. But I'm here to tell you this evening that whether you're a career professional or a business owner, or you're just an individual just doing your stuff, personal branding is compulsory for you. And why do I say how to sell your personal brand? It should have been how to sell yourself. But I don't want to confuse you, because if I say how to sell yourself, some people will think, do I want to take myself to the market, to Accra market or to Oshodi market to go and sell? You might get confused on sell myself to who, So that was why I coined, I rephrased the topic to how to sell your personal brand. And if you look at it very well, your person is your personal brand. So literally what I will be teaching you today is how to sell yourself, how to market yourself. Before now, when you hear the word branding, the only thing that comes to your mind, or when you hear the word brand, oh, do you have a brand? Oh, that brand, this brand. What comes to your mind immediately is business. A business enterprise or a venture or a company or an organization. But I'm here to tell you this evening that branding has evolved over years. And branding is not just about business or an organization or about a model or a company. Branding has now evolved to persons. So you as a person, you are a personal brand. Your name is your personal brand. So Toyin Allen is a personal brand. Adeola Oshideko is a personal brand. Okay, Tade is a personal brand. Tolulope is a personal brand. Miss Brown is a personal brand. So you as a person, you are a personal brand. And how do you promote that personal brand? How do you sell it? Because like I said, in terms of business branding now, you have a business. You're promoting that business. You're talking about that business every time. Oh, I sell shoes and bags. Come and patronize me. You're marketing that business. You are making people to get to be aware that that business is existing. We call it marketing. We call it advert. Some of us even run Facebook ad. We run Instagram ad just to, market that business and make sales. That is the same way you need to market yourself. That's the same way you need to sell yourself. Because beyond your business, there is a person. Most of the time, we even know some people, we don't even know their business. If I mention few names now, and I ask you to tell me 5 of their companies, trust me, some of you will not be able to mention their companies because you know them. You know them, not necessarily their company, not necessarily their business, because over the years, they've been able to build their personal brand and they've been able to build influence. So what is personal branding? Personal branding is simply a consistent act or a process of promoting yourself. So when you're promoting yourself, what are you promoting? You're promoting your unique values. You're promoting your skills. You're promoting your experience. You're promoting your values, what you stand for. So after we remove ABC business venture from you, can we get anything valuable from you? You as a person, when people see your name out there, what comes to their mind? If I ask us now that, when I say David Adeleke, we know him as Davido, right? So when I mention David Adeleke, what comes to your mind? If you can unmute yourself, please do, so that we can just interact and get this. So when I mention Davido, what comes to your mind? Anyone in the house?
The singer.
Singer, music. Okay, do we have any other person? What comes to your mind? When I mention Davido, what comes to your mind? Music, thank you. Can I mention Davido and you're talking about automobile or fashion? It's not possible, because over the years, he has been able to build himself as a personal brand in music space. So when we remove everything you're doing from you, your business, XYZ Limited, when we remove it from you, do you have a personal brand? Do people know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? When you Google your name when you put your name on Google, what do you see? What comes up? If anything is not coming up, then you don't have a strong personal brand. You need to go back and work on it. Okay, you need that brand to be able to do so many things. I mean, nowadays, when people apply for some opportunities like scholarship, even visa, they Google your name. They want to know who you are. What are you doing online? What do you look like? Because they will say social internet never forgets. So internet can give us a brief rundown of who you are. Do you have a social media footprint? When people see your name, what comes to their mind? If I mention your name or I see your picture and nothing comes to your mind, it means you don't have a personal brand yet. So I have 20 minutes, but I am going to be very fast so that we can do as much as we should within this limited time. So I will start. I have defined what a personal branding is. Personal branding is just the process of consistently promoting yourself, telling people who you are. If you don't tell people who you are, they will not know. So you need to speak up. You need to talk about yourself. What can you offer? What value are you bringing to the table? Apart from that career, 9 to 5, apart from that business that you do or you run, what else is to your name? Your name, you go yourself. What do we have to you? Okay, so when you're trying to sell yourself, when you're trying to build your personal brand, the first thing you need to do is understand who you are. Define your person. So when I say define your person, what do I mean? I mean, understand your personality. If I have some people now, what is your personality? They don't even know. Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? What is your temperament? Are you choleric? Are you melancholy? Are you sanguine? Are you choleric? Who are you? What does your personality look like? Are you, we have another one, a type of personality. We have dominance. We have, we call it DISC, D-I-S-C. Dominance, intentional, steady, and conscientious. Do you know yourself? Do you know your strength? Do you know your weaknesses? Do you know the things that you can do, the things you cannot do? So you need to understand yourself first. And that is what is going to help you to be able to define your personal brand. Then after that, you need to embrace authenticity. You need to be authentic. When you're trying to build your personal brand, when you're trying to sell yourself, don't try to be like another person. Be authentic. Like you're selling your product now. Most of the time, you want to bring out the unique features of that product. What makes that product better than the other product? When Omo and Clean are advertising their product, Omo is trying to say this is what I can do better than other detergents, right? You need to maintain that authenticity. I'm using product now because, most of the time we understand more of business because I understand that everybody likes money. Everybody likes business. Apart from me, I don't like money, even though I'm from Ijebu. But that's just by the way. Okay, so we like business. And, so I'm using the business side of it to define or to explain what personal branding is. So do not try to copy other people. Be authentic. Be genuine, be real. Whatever talent, gifts, or any unique proposition that you have, maintain it. Stay on it. Don't try to be another person. Don't try to change. Don't try to follow the trend. Don't try to join the bandwagon because they are doing this. Everybody's doing. Let me jump on it. No, and that is why the beginning of this thing, the genesis of this whole thing, is defining your brand, knowing who you are. Having this self-awareness, understanding your personality, your temperament, your value system, everything about you. Okay, so after that, after you've been able to define your brand and you've been able to build your authenticity, the next thing is to find your passion or your interest, area of interest. We call it niche. That grammar used to be too big for some people. They say, niche. What is niche? Niche is simply your area of interest. And like I said, when you define your brand, it helps you. And I go back to that number one, which is knowing yourself. So when you know yourself, you will know what are my area of interest. Do I have passion for women empowerment? Do I have passion for children and young adolescents? Do I have passion for anything leadership? Do I have passion for public speaking? Is it fashion and lifestyle that I like? Is it gaming and automobile that I like? Is it sporting? Is it fashion? Is it hairstyling? I mean, I can go on and on. So you need to also define your area of interest. What do you want to be known for? I mentioned Davido. Now everybody talked about music, singing. That is what his niche is. If I mention Genevieve now, Genevieve Nnaji, you talk about movie, right? You talk about Nollywood. When I mention Nelson Mandela, you talk about activism, right? You talk about politics and governance. When I mention Barack Obama, you talk about leadership, you talk about politics and governance as well. Oh, who else can I mention? If I mention Ali Baba, or I mention Gbenga Adeyinka, what comes to your mind? Comedy. When I mention AY, what comes to your mind? Comedy. Who else? When I mention Mr. Macaroni, what comes to your mind? Skit making. So these are people that have been able to build their personal brand around a specific niche, around their area of interest. When I talk about Vicky James, what comes to your mind? Fashion and lifestyle. Okay, so you need to understand, what is my area of interest? What do I like? What do I want to be known for? When people see my picture online or they see my name, what do I want to come to their mind? What is that thing I want them to have in their head? For instance, if you see my picture anywhere, any day, you know I represent branding. I talk about branding. I put content out about branding. My organization is the Iconic Brand Award. You always see this brand in anything I do, because that is my niche. That is what I'm passionate about, and that is what I want to be known for. So you also need to define, you need to come up with a niche. What do you want to be known for? So after that, you need to build a strong online presence. I usually say that internet is a gift. Internet is a gift, or let me say social media. You know, internet is just like a general name for whether social media or any other thing. You know, internet is a gift. And by this stage and time, if you are not leveraging internet, you are on your own. You're on a long thing, like my people will say. I mean, I am streaming live now from Cote d'Ivoire. I live in Cote d'Ivoire with my family, and I've been here for 7 years. And anytime I come to Nigeria, I just left Nigeria last week, Sunday. And anytime I come to Nigeria, or anytime I post online that, oh, I just arrived in Nigeria, or I just left Nigeria, people are wondering, how? So you don't live in Nigeria? I said, I don't live in Nigeria. And you're controlling a whole lot of things in Nigeria. I said, yes, that's the power of internet. At the comfort of my house, I can do live video, I can put out content, I can do all sorts of things just with my mobile phone and my internet data. So you need to have, this is not the age of, I am not a social media person. I am not an internet person. I am hiding from my village people. Let me tell you, since the day you have been hiding from your village people, wait till you gain. Like people will say, wait till you gain, question mark. I mean, this is not the time to be hiding. This is not the time to be hiding. You need to shine forth your light. There's a reason why God deposits those potentials and those values in you. If I am hiding, I will not be here today. Tony just contacted me. She just came from the blues and said, oh, we want you to be here. And I said, oh, why not? So if I've been hiding, where will she see me? Under my bed or inside my room? I'm not even sure she knows I'm living in Cote d'Ivoire. Because where would she have found me? I mean, would she have traveled all the way from Nigeria to come and meet me in Cote d'Ivoire? So you need to put yourself out there. See, people who are doing so well, who seems like they're really doing so well more than you. In the real sense, most of them are not even doing so well like you. It's just because they are putting themselves out. They are shining the spotlight on themselves. And if you don't talk about yourself, who will? Is it me that will not come and be talking about you? When you yourself, you did not talk about yourself. Okay, so you need to establish a strong online presence. You need to leverage the social media, the internet. There are so many things you can do without putting your face out there. If you're a private person and you don't want your face to be known, you need to start sharing content around your thought leadership, around your skills, your knowledge, your talent, your expertise. You need to start pushing yourself out. When we type your name on Google, we want to see something. We don't just want to see your name and nothing is attached to it at all. You will want to go for visa application. You will want to go for scholarship. You want to apply for grants. By the grace of God, I'm a TEDx organizer. I've successfully organized a TEDx in Cote d'Ivoire here in year 2021. And I remember when I was applying for that license to organize TEDx in Cote d'Ivoire, one of the things they asked me is my LinkedIn profile, the link to my LinkedIn profile, and some of the things that I've done before. They asked me to put the links. Now, assuming I've not been doing anything before then, do you think they will give me the license? No. I applied once and they gave me once. And after that, I've coached over 100 people on how to become a LinkedIn, a TEDx organizer. And some of them, they applied 3 times, some of them 2 times, some of them once before they get the license, depending on how strong your personal brand is. So if you're not doing anything before and you want to access some opportunities, the door will be locked. Trust me, with that TEDx organizer title that I have, there are some places that ordinarily I won't be able to go. There are some people I cannot approach. But because when they see my profile and they see that thing, they're like, In fact, when I wanted to approach my mentor this year, I got a new mentor this year, and it was like, "Are you TEDx organizer?" I said, "Yes." So, wow. It adds some feathers to my cap. It adds some credibility to my name. So that is just by the way. So I'm just trying to tell you how much important it is for you to build your personal brand and build a strong one at that. Okay, let's quickly proceed because I know Toyin is already eyeing me. So another thing is be consistent with your branding. You need to be. You cannot be disappearing and appearing. It's not be only you. Not be only you are come. The way you are talented, it's the way you are gifted, the way you are amazing, phenomenal, exceptional. That's the same way other people are. And it is there's this adage that says, "Out of sight is out of mind." If you are out of sight, people will forget you easily and they will move on to the next person. So you need to be consistent with your activity online. I'm not saying post every day because this is the issue. A lot of people believe that, once they say consistency, you have to be posting every day. No, you can post once a week. You can post once in 2 weeks. Just make sure that you have an online presence and you have a digital footprint. That is what we call it, digital footprint. Okay, so you need to be consistent with your branding message as well. You don't want to come and talk about leadership today and tomorrow you are talking about women empowerment and the next tomorrow you are giving us relationship advice. You will confuse us and we will not follow you. Okay? You need to be consistent. Whatever it is you pick that you want to start building your brand around, you need to be consistent with it. If you want to be sharing about digital skills, fine. If you want to be sharing insights about project management, good. If you have chosen fashion and lifestyle, we'll follow you. If you want to talk about automobiles, we'll follow you. But you cannot talk about something today, talk about another thing tomorrow, and next tomorrow you're coming up with something else. We will not follow you because you are confusing us. Okay? So I've talked about that, and pay attention to your visuals. Your visual. When I saw Toyin when she did the introduction, I was really, really wowed because she was looking so sharp and smart. I mean, this is it. You cannot be looking anyhow. You cannot be looking anyhow, whether offline or online. You need to be looking smart and sharp. You need to look good because the way, forget about all these things that people tell you, don't address the book by the cover. Me, I address the book by the cover. And I know a lot of us also do it, whether intentionally or unintentionally, consciously or unconsciously. If I just came back, when Toyin called me, I just came back from grocery shopping. And there are some things that I am just seeing for the first time. In fact, the detergent I usually use is not available. I usually buy a sack so that, I just do the shopping for a whole month or 2 months sometimes. So the guy introduced another one to me and said, "Oh, madam, do you prefer?" So I don't even know whether the thing they work or not, whether the Omo or the detergent they foam or not. Even though I saw the packaging, the colors were so attractive, they were so beautiful, and I'm just like, I want. Whether the thing will work now, I don't know. Let me finish this live video and go and check that detergent. Maybe it's not fake I bought. But the thing is, whether the detergent is good or not, I don't buy them, And one of the things that attracted me to it is the packaging. But of course, I know it will work. If it doesn't work, then I know that it is what I saw that fed me. So that's just on a lighter mode. So I'm saying that your visuals are important, your graphics, your professional picture, your DP. You don't want to just put any picture out. You want to look good. And you don't need to wear suits. Am I wearing suits now? No, I'm wearing a dress. It's only Toyin that is wearing suits in this place. Toyin and who? Please help me with these lights, Shemilore. So you don't need to wear a suit. You can wear a dress. You can wear a shirt. You can wear anything good. Just make sure you're looking good and presentable, because the way people see you is the way they are going to rate your brand and the way they are going to perceive your brand. Okay? So pay attention to your visuals. And visual is not just your picture, your graphics. I mean, when Tony sent the graphic to me for this event to me, I was wowed. You know, I told you, I said, this is beautiful. And I'm not flattering you. It's actually beautiful. Because that's one of the things I've had to cancel some speaking engagement, because the kind of flyer they made and put my face on is not something that my brand can resonate with. I told them, this, my face, you cannot put it on this nonsense flyer. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to proceed, except to go and pay a graphic designer and do a professional design. I know how much I have invested in my brand so far. You cannot just go and put my face on any wishy-washy flyer. Okay, so these are the things that sum up, you know, to you selling yourself and you selling your personal brand. So let's continue. Collaborate. I'm here today, and this is collaboration. My husband was asking me this evening when I was just about to join, now how much did I charge you? I said, I did not charge you anything. So, why don't you charge them? So Tony be accepting my invoice after this. He said, why don't you charge? I'm saying, no, it's not everything you are going to be charging now. You know, sometimes you collaborate, you partner with people, you leverage platforms, and that is how you can grow. Now you've seen me, you've known me. It's impossible for you to see me out there and say, I don't know this lady, or I've not seen her before. No. I know even if you have not seen, you don't know my name, you will know my face. I mean, so collaborate, be open to collaboration. Don't be an island. That don't be someone that is isolated. We are social beings, and we need to interact with one another. We need to do things together. So don't just be on your own and say, I am a one-man battalion. I know they do anything with anybody. No, you're not going to grow. And that way you're not selling your personal brand. Okay, when you collaborate with people, you spread your influence and you are building a stronger personal brand for yourself. My 20 minutes is up. Tony, please give me 5 minutes more. Should I? Okay, thank you. So another thing is, I've talked about you leveraging the internet, leveraging social media to build your personal brand. I usually tell people, before now, people are building their personal brand. Who doesn't know Mandela here? If you don't know Nelson Mandela, can you put up your hand? Now, even if you don't know him when he was alive, even if it was when he died, you know Nelson Mandela, but you don't know him. You know him. And I remember that even before internet came, Nelson Mandela has been a strong name. Even while he was in prison, he has been. I have known him for years. In fact, when this old musician used his name to sing a song, I don't want to sing the song yet, so that you won't be saying I'm Ras. So I have known him for way back, and this is an age and time when there was no internet. But these are people that have still been able to build a personal brand. Who knows Chief Razak Okoya, the owner of Eleganza? If you don't know Razak Okoya, you know Eleganza. Eleganza pen. We used Eleganza pen when we were in secondary school. Big Biro and Eleganza Biro. Who else remember? Okay, so the owner of Eleganza Industries, Chief Razak Okoya. I mean, these are people that built their brand before the advent of internet. Okay? You can actually build your brand without social media. But what I tell people is, social media is going to help you because it is faster, cheaper, and easier. Let me take it again. It is faster for you to build your brand on social media, is easier, and it's cheaper. Cheaper in the sense that the only thing you need is just your phone and your data. In those days, you have to go to media, you have to pay newspaper, and you're not paying 10,000, you're not paying 50,000. You are paying hugely just to put your name, just to put your face in the face of people. Okay, you are paying for interview, you are paying television station, because those are the local media houses that we know those times. Broadcast station, radio station, television stations. Okay, so these people have spent so much on their personal brand just to make sure they have this influence that we know today. But I mean, with internet, I mean, with social media, a lot of us are moving so fast. There are some set of people they call influencers. Some of them are cashing out. They are ballers now because of the internet. I mean, who would have thought that internet can be a source of income to people? So you need to build your social media presence strongly. I've talked about that, and this is what I want to talk about. Manage your online reputation. Manage your online reputation. See, it's not enough for you to be on social media. It is enough that when we Google your name, we see people that when they want to contest for political posts, people go and dig out their tweets in 2003 and they push it in their face and say, are you not the one that said this? I mean, that is countless. We've seen people that have been denied scholarship before because of what they wrote at one time or the other. We've seen people that have been denied visa before. People who have been denied a lot of opportunity just because they have bad online reputation. See, number one thing is it's not all trends that you jump on. They are doing one trend today. Go. I mean, which one are they doing now? You quickly jump on you are shaking your head, shaking your hand anyway. I mean, I'm not saying you should not have fun. But the thing is, ask yourself, does this thing add value to me? If someone see this thing online, what would be their perception about me? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should not have fun. Please have fun, enjoy yourself. But there are some trends that are really not your business. Just avoid it. They are trolling a celebrity. You go and comment. That is how she used to do. She is a witch. She is a prostitute. You go and put it there. I mean, these are things that you shouldn't be associated. Me, I go to Instagram, but you will never see my comment anywhere. If I will comment, I think I've touched the bone and the flesh of my flesh. I just see whatever I want to see and just carry my leg and be going, because in this life, I don't want problem. Like I said, I have invested a lot in my personal brand, and I wouldn't want anything to soil my name. Like I told you, your name is your personal brand, and you need to protect it. In Yoruba, they will say, your name is as important. There are some names today that can open doors. And that's what I tell people. The kind of name I'm building now is not just for me, it's for my children. I have 3 children and they are hot teenagers. And I want them to look back in the future and say, thank you, mommy, for building this reputation for us. I want my name to be able to open doors for them. When they say I am the daughter of Omoba Benin, what? Hey, everybody's running up and down to just, give them the attention, because I have built my personal brand. So I want you to do the same. Please don't soil your name. Don't put your mouth in what does not concern you. Don't gossip. Don't do celebrity gossip. Don't do dragging. They call something dragging online. Don't drag anybody. Don't involve in any dirty shit online. Stay on your lane and maintain your peace. Okay? And avoid controversy. Avoid controversy. There are some posts that you know that when you put this post out, it's going to be controversial. Avoid it. Avoid it. It's not by force. Okay? Avoid irrelevant trend and controversy. I have 2 more points to go. Make your elevator pitch handy. There's something we call elevator pitch. I will leave you to go and Google that because I don't want to take your time. Please, you need to have like a 1 minute or 30 seconds quick statement that summarize who you are. For instance, if I come here and I say, oh, hello everyone, my name is Omoba Berin Adeola Shideko. I am a branding expert and a personal development coach. I help individuals and business owners build a reputable and sustainable brand online and offline. That is it. That's my elevator pitch. So we call it elevator pitch because it's something you can quickly tell someone within 30 seconds in an elevator. Imagine yourself being in an elevator with someone, going to the 3rd floor, 5th floor, and you're like, oh, you know what? I came from Akure, Ondo State. My father is the first chief of... Before you finish that one, the person has dropped off the lift. Okay? So you need to quickly craft something that within 30 seconds, when you're meeting someone, you can quickly use to introduce yourself, who you are and what you do. That's what we call elevator pitch. And my last point today, before rounding up this session, is invest in continuous learning. The day we stop learning is the day we stop living. You need to learn continuously. You need to open yourself to learning. There are so many things you know in 2021 that is no longer working again. You need to unlearn it. We call it unlearning. There are so many things you need to relearn. You already know it, but that version you know is already archaic. You need to relearn it again. Okay, so you need to expose yourself to learning, taking online courses, get a coach. Like I mentioned, I got a mentor for myself this year, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Okay, when I tell people how much, I be like, are you sure? I say, yes now. Let me know what I defined. Okay, so you need to get a mentor if you need to do. You need to get a coach if you need to do. You need to take online courses. You need to read books. You need to consume articles. There are so many online free material that you can even, consume without paying. But the long and short is that you cannot afford to carry on with the knowledge of 2022 and 2023. Some things are already getting old, and you need to embrace new trends, new technology, innovation, and creativity. Thank you for having me. And this is Alpha. We will be able. Toyin, you put me on autopilot today. You put me on express. The time is damn short. I didn't know that it's 30 minutes, though. I would have pleaded for maybe 30 minutes with you in the inbox, in your inbox rather. But I hope I've been able to do justice to the topic before me this evening. Thank you so much for having me. I hope we can have a few questions before we call it a day.
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, wow. See, my notes literally filled with a lot of things. I didn't expect to have all of this written down. Thank you so much, Mrs. Adeola.
It's my pleasure.
Actually, you did shine a lot of light on major things, because the way people see you, your branding, when they hear you, what do they think about? What do they? The Davido is illustration. Music automatically. I don't. Oh Lord, thank you.
The pleasure is mine.
So much, ma'am. All right. This is the feedback. Feedbacks, and also if you have question, because I saw how Mrs. Adeola was trying to touch. She was going down to the depth. Say, knowing yourself, because you cannot actually reveal or rather represent something if you do not know. So if you want to, she is a personal development coach. So if you want to ask a certain question that maybe would make you say, okay, how do I understand X, Y, Z better? This is the time to go for it. You can just, and if you have a feedback, something that you do well, and then you know the drill. You have to at least try to make your camera on, or actually try to have your camera on so that we can call you. Amore, Sunday, I see your hands up, but your camera is not on. If you can put it on, that's fine. If you cannot, I will still. So whilst we have a couple of hands up, yes, I will start with Mr. Izini. You actually can unmute your mic right now. Okay, it's a miss. Oh, apologies. Apologies, missed it. Okay, I see. Okay, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ma. You have really widened my knowledge on the difference between personal branding and your business branding.
Yeah.
I always thought that they are together, but today I learned that personal brand, they hold two different things. And another thing, you struck me when you say when they Google your name on Google, what comes out? I immediately went to Google my name on Google to see. To Google my name to see what comes up. And thankfully, my LinkedIn profile comes up. You see, and I went there, I clicked on it, and it brought me immediately to my LinkedIn profile. I was so happy that I was able to say something about me was able to come up online when you Googled my name. So thank you very much. I was able to learn a lot. Thank you so much. And I had the experience actually I was participating on a global challenge on LinkedIn. So since I started participating on that global challenge, it started this month, and this is like a weekend now. Because I was consistent, I started posting, I started meeting a lot of people, sharing interest. Like I started meeting a wide range of people because of that, because of my consistency online. So consistent, then definitely you will see results. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. Yes. That's actually profound because I myself, I was like, do you know what? After this assembly, I'm going to Google myself and fingers crossed, I see something really delightful there. Yes, and consistency is key. And she also it look like when you hear consistency, you just see a lot of work. No, consistency just means maintaining a certain flow, being steady, making sure that you show up at maybe if I say every Monday I post, then you make sure every Monday you post. Okay, yes, quickly, Mr. David, you have the floor. You can mute your mic for 1 minute. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? Thank you so much, Ma, for that wonderful presentation. I have a contribution and also a question at the same time. And your session just brought to remembrance a text in the Bible that most of the time we interpret as we interpret it in a moral context. But there is also an economic context, and the text is a good name is better than riches, and it's better than gold and silver, right? And while you were talking, you talked about a personal brand being the name. Louis Vuitton is a name, Gucci is a name. These names are not just names; they are not just appellation to describe a person. They're actually economic assets. So I just needed to add this to the presentation that for everyone who probably may not understand what this personal branding it's all about, is actually about investing value into your name. What can your name do? What can your name buy? If they say, "Oh, I am from XYZ person," would they pay attention to you? So my question will be, what did it? Someone say something.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so my question would be, the second question would be, and that is about messaging on personal branding. And I've always had, a bit of concerns about messaging, and that is about saying one thing, right? And sometimes somebody who have extensive knowledge in quite some things, and these things actually. Or take, for instance, and as a result of that, I also have extensive knowledge in a number of things, right? I taught people on, business development, branding, all of these things before. Now, the question now is, do you stick to one thing? Because I had an issue with this even some years ago, which is I was not using LinkedIn because I didn't know what I wanted to talk about on LinkedIn. And I had a tough time, really, even though it wasn't like I didn't know what to say. I just didn't know what of those things that I can say that I should be saying. And many times, some of these are messagings actually influenced by our economic realities as well. So what the question I would like to ask in short now is that while we are growing our personal brand, you might have actually been in that place where what you were saying was not bringing you the money. Is it good enough to make adjustments and adapt because of our economic condition, or keep saying what you're saying when it's not bringing in the economic reward? So how do you organize that? So that's my question.
All right. Thank you very much. Ms. Toyin, please, can I go ahead and answer?
Of course, yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. So I understand you, and it's a very valid question. I've seen a lot of people ask that question. Now, what you need to ask yourself is, what is my priority? Do I want to build influence, just build influence? Or do I want to build influence with monetary gains? Because you can actually build just influence and you don't care about the monetary gains that comes with it. We know people that have large followings and they don't do brand influencing. They don't do ad. They just like to put their thoughts out there and they are good. So you need to ask yourself, what's my priority? Do I want to make some monetary gain? Because it's not wrong for you to make monetary gains from your personal brand. Maybe sometimes later, I will talk about how to monetize your personal brand. That's another topic for another day. Now, like I said, you need to know what is your priority. I am an accountant and I work 9 to 5 in an international organization as an accountant. Accounting is what puts food on my table. I am chartered in Nigeria, UK, and in Canada. I have been doing accounting for almost 18 years. Okay, so accounting, I have expertise in accounting. I am not a novice when it comes to accounting. I know my honors when it comes to accounting. But you will not know that I am an accountant online if you don't check my profile carefully, especially on LinkedIn. If you don't check carefully, you will not know, because that is not what I want to put out. That is not what I want to be known for. So I want to be known as a coach, as a branding expert, and that is what I project online. Even though that is not what is bringing money to me, because I would say that the money I'm getting from my online activities is not even 1/100 of what my accounting job is paying me. But that is still what I want to be known for. I could as well say, okay, I bring accounting online, because I know quite a number of people that talk about accounting for small business owners, talk about financial literacy, investment, savings, and all that. But I don't want to be known for that, and I don't care about the monetary gains. So you need to ask yourself, what's my priority? Do I just want to build influence and thought leadership, or do I want to build it with monetary gains? So if you want to build it with monetary gains, it is just better for you to stick to that thing that you know that this one can convert to money for me. For instance, if I don't have a full-time job that pays my bill and I have knowledge in accounting, I can say, okay, since this branding is not really bringing the money like I want, let me switch to accounting. No. The next thing you will see me do is start talking about accounting for small business owner, bookkeeping for small business owners, how to prepare your financial statements, how to apply for loan, grants, savings, invest. That's what I'll be talking about, because that is definitely going to bring money for me. So I hope it answers your question. So just check your priority. What is your priority per time? It is whatever it pays you, it is whatever is going to settle your bill that you should go for. That is what I would advise you. As long as your message in that area is valid and is genuine, you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that. And I believe that question has been it has been really answered. Okay, quickly, because of time, I will be taking Mr. Martins, and you have 1 minute. Yes, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Mrs. Adeola once again for this great presentation. Just like play, she has taught us a lot of things. But the part that I just want to emphasize is the part of the elevator pitch. I love it so much. Yes, it's so much resonated with me, and it's something that I'm going to continue to use. Just whenever I meet anybody, introduce myself, introduce what I'm about, my business, my personality. Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir, for that feedback. All right, quickly, because of time, obviously, we're going to Miss Abike Grace, and you have 1 minute. Yes, the floor is yours. You can unmute your mic.
Hi, everybody. My name is Abike Grace. I'm a producer of Wears. I make credit to Wear. I'm glad to be here tonight. And one thing I know I have been missing, and tonight I'm going to take serious, is a ready-made elevator pitch. A ready-made elevator pitch. Most times, whenever I apply for a grant or whatever, any opportunity, I have to start, preparing for how to make my pitch available. In fact, there's one presently, and still I don't really have the time to even make a 1 minute video yet. But if I had these measures before now, I would have had a pitch ready. So between now and tomorrow, I'm going to have an elevator pitch ready so that any opportunity that comes, I will just upload it and I will be good to go. Thank you very much. Should I call you teacher? Thank you very much.
That is so wonderful. That is so wonderful and proactive of you, Ms. Abike. I like what you said. From tomorrow, you're going to have your own elevator pitch, and that's perfect. Okay, we're going to be taking our last feedback, and that is from Mrs. Tosi. Yes, please unmute your mic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toyin Allen. It has been a wonderful time in this section. So I want to also appreciate Adeola for such an insightful section. What really resonated with me is your reminder that the day we stop learning is the day we stop living. It's a powerful message, that it underscores the importance of continuous growth and the need to constantly, relearn what you have learned before and also refine what you have already learned. So this will give us a mindset forward in embracing every opportunity to grow and to evolve. So it's a beautiful statement from you, Adeola. Thank you very much. I just wanted to give a feedback that was really great. Thank you so much. And I'm done speaking.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for the feedback.
Thank you so much, Ms. Oluwatoyin. I said Toyin, that's my name. Thank you so much, everyone, for your feedback. And I would like to give my own feedback. There was one profound thing that Mr. Adeola said that it gave me that moment. She was like, be present online. Internet is a gift. Don't say, I am not a social media person. Because that if you're one that actually wants results and you have plans for your life, if you say you're not a social media person, you're sleeping on the bicycle. And then she now said, if you don't talk about yourself, who will? Literally, who will talk about yourself? Who is going to help? Even if the person that loves you the most, no matter how much they want to talk about you, they still cannot give those words that is meant for you. The person might not use it. So why not be the one to shout and ring your alarm? So thank you so much, ma'am, for that. That was really, really profound. Yeah. And please, we all know how we do it here. Can we give up that act's reaction, telling how we love our appreciation, show that appreciation to her, because yes, she said things that really, really would help us build our personal brand. And there's something President does. Let her feel so much love that she has never felt online and virtually before. So can we just give up that ad button? Just keep tackle. All right, thank you. See all this love for you. Thank you so much. And we all know what to do. Well, don't shy, ma. We're a community filled with so much love, and we have a lot of love to give. Yes, and please make sure you follow her on our social media platform. She's going to be dropping it in the chat section, and do not waste time. Just go online, follow her because she has